What's up, lovely people? The weekend is upon us. It is Friday, and Fridays rock. We are fueled up and ready to rock it out with you. The best 10 minutes in news. So let's go. We start with continuing coverage on the intense weather systems sweeping across the United States. There's a strong chance that many of you watching right now have already seen your neighborhood impacted. More than 65 million people across 29 states, from as far west as California to as far east as Maine, were under winter weather alerts warning of heavy snow, severe icing, extreme cold. 850,000 people went without power. More than 1,700 flights were canceled. But we are seeing two extremes across the country right now. While a powerful storm is setting record low temperatures across the northern plains, at the same time, there is a heat wave in the southeast setting record high temperatures for the month of February. Can you believe that there is a difference of more than 100 degrees between some places right here in the United States? More now from Brian Todd, a CNN correspondent based in the network's Washington bureau, who tells us of the dangers that this storm is bringing to people all across the country.
In Wyoming, a state trooper has to scramble out of the way as a runaway truck almost hits him. Dangerous conditions on a snowy road in Truckee, California, caused this car to flip. In Flagstaff, Arizona, the snow was so violent that this man told CNN it literally knocked him backward as he and his dog struggled to see and keep their footing. A sweeping, massive storm system is pummeling much of the country, from California to Maine. More than 65 million people under winter weather alerts across the West, Midwest, and Northeast. The Minneapolis-St. Paul area could get around 20 inches by the time it's over. It could be the most snow that area has seen in 3 decades. Minnesota's governor discussed the dangers they prepared for.
The goal is not to have to pull somebody off the interstate, but we're prepared to do so if that happens. The goal is to make sure that we're ready if there's power lossage, being able to keep the highways and move emergency vehicles as quickly as we can.
Conditions so severe in Minnesota that ambulances have to be specially equipped.
We do have shovels on our ambulances. We have salt and sand mixtures as well to help us out. And we have a few sleds if we need to use them.
California getting hit with snow in places that don't often experience it.
We are going to see low snow all the way from the Oregon border to the Mexican border.
North of Los Angeles, a long stretch of vehicles is stopped on State Route 58 as the Highway Patrol warns motorists.
We are asking everybody to avoid the area, make alternate plans, drive a different day.
But in different areas, different impacts. Near San Jose, high winds snapped trees, brought down power lines, and caused widespread power outages.
These old Victorians, the wood is so old, if there's a spark, that's what really worries me.
High winds caused so-called brownout conditions and several vehicle accidents in the Texas Panhandle. And with this massive system, thousands of flights have been canceled, according to the flight tracking site FlightAware. It says the airports in Minneapolis-St. Paul, Detroit, and Denver are getting hit hardest.
10-second trivia. A group of penguins in the water is referred to as which of the following? Huddle, colony, waddle, or raft? Wouldn't you know it? All of these are names for a collective of penguins, but a raft refers to a group of penguins in the water. Up next, we're taking a trip to see some penguins in need of some help. Now, first of all, I thought all penguins lived in cold, snowy regions, but that's not true. In fact, there are penguins that can be found waddling around the warm, dry shores in South Africa with not a major snowbank in sight. I learn something new every day on this show. This particular penguin population, though, is dwindling in large part because they're having trouble making their nests. So humans are stepping in to build them some sweet new digs. CNN went to check in on the tuxedoed birds, and we'll go there now to learn some more.
Antarctica is known to have the largest population of penguins in the world, but not all penguins live in snow and ice. Some can be found waddling along the balmy shores of southern Africa, on barren and windswept islands like this one. But in the last century, populations of the endangered African penguin have plummeted, due in part to human disturbance, egg poaching, and climate change.
On Dye Island in the 1970s, there was about 23,000 breeding pairs. At the moment, we're counting about 1,100 breeding pairs. So it's quite a severe collapse.
Historically, African penguins made nests in burrows of guano, layers of accumulated seabird and bat feces. But in the 19th century, humans began to exploit guano supplies and sell it as fertilizer, leaving penguins and their eggs exposed to predators and the scorching sun.
At one point in the colonies, it ranged from 3 to 10 meters in depth and even deeper in some areas. Right now, the deepest guano remaining in any of the colonies measures in the centimeters. The only thing left is bare gravel, bare soil, nothing that they can burrow into, and that took away their entire nesting ability.
In 2016, the African Penguin Nest Project dived to the rescue. A coordinated effort between Dyer Island Conservation Trust, Dallas Zoo, and other organizations, its mission is to design and deploy artificial nests that give penguin parents a safe and cool place to raise their chicks. After 2 years of development and studying old guano nests, project experts settled on a final design, which they started deploying in late 2018. The aim was to emulate Mother Nature as closely as possible.
We made the entrance hole small so that the penguins can squeeze in, and as soon as they turn around, they can protect that entrance hole from any predator. It looks a little bit strange when you look at it, but it's an exact copy of what the penguins build themselves if they were given the opportunity.
Each nest is fitted with a sensor that measures temperature and humidity, which enables researchers to track the nest's microclimate.
Eggs are an extremely delicate structure. They're only set to be incubated at about 38 to 39 degrees. Any higher than that, and there's a very real risk of the eggs dying. We're going to constantly be looking at the performance of the nests when it comes to the usage rates. Are the penguins using them? Are the eggs hatching? Are the chicks fledging? But so far what we're seeing is that the artificial nests are fledging chicks at a much higher rate than any other option that they have.
Funded by donations or by people sponsoring individual nests, Graham says the project has so far installed more than 1,500 nests around South Africa's penguin colonies. Next year, the project hopes to expand to penguin colonies in Namibia. The end goal is that every penguin that needs a nest will get one.
I think we have got a responsibility as humans because we've kind of intruded onto a place and messed things up a little bit, but we also can fix it. I never think of an African penguin as cute and cuddly. I think of an African penguin as absolutely tenacious. I think they are such survivors and they should be an example to all of us that you can overcome.
Today's story getting a 10 out of 10, a pup with a celebrity smile. Check out this crooked-grinned canine. Its name, Paul Ruff, named after actor Paul Rudd. It's his doggy doppelganger. Ruff was a shelter dog in Tennessee, but good news is he found a forever home after he went viral when people pointed out that he had a celebrity twin. All right, I want to give a special shout out to Forest Creek Middle School in Fort Mill, South Carolina. What's up, Hudson? I also want to send big virtual hugs to Miss Mindy and all the Hibbard Wildcats who watch us every morning. Yeah, representing. I'm at Coy Wire on Insta, Snapchat, and TikTok. We're CNN 10 on YouTube. Have an awesome weekend. And remember, you are more powerful than you know. I'm Coy Wire. It's been a blessing to spend this week with you.